Witch fever gripped East Anglia for 14 terrible months from the year 1645. The people of the eastern counties of England were solidly Puritan and rabid anti-Catholics, easily swayed by bigoted preachers whose mission was to sniff out the slightest evidence of heresy. Matthew Hopkins, an unsuccessful lawyer, stepped in to help, later to be known as the Witchfinder General. In the 3 years of this job, he had 66 people put to death in Bury St Edmunds alone, and 19 hanged in Chelmsford in a single day. After Chelmsford, he set off to Norfolk and Suffolk. Aldeburgh paid him £6 for clearing their town of witches, King's Lynn £15 and Stowmarket £23, when the daily wage was only 2p. Anyone who had a crone-like appearance, snaggle-toothed, hairy lips, were assured to have the evil eye. During this spirit board session, Nancy, a regular visitor to this place, is said to be such a victim of the Witchfinder General, hung in a town called Brantham, with other members of her family. Other entities also make contact, with some interesting results. Okay. Okay, when you're ready. Okay. Is Nancy with us this evening? Nancy, we're going to ask yes/no questions to get you to tell us something about you, just for the record. So, first of all, did you once live in this location? Thank you. Did you travel from here to Manningtree? Were you taken from here to Manningtree? Okay. Did you travel from here to Brantham? Did you go to Brantham of your own free will? Did you go to Brantham of your own free will? Not sure about that. Did you have to travel from Brantham for work? Were you taken there by force? Were you taken to Brantham by force? Did Matthew Hopkins have you taken to Brantham? Okay, thank you. So were you hung outside the Brantham Bull? The 16th century building, which is now called the Brantham Bull Public House, was once used as a courthouse and a prison. Witchfinder General Matthew Hopkins once hanged a lady by the name of Nancy on the green outside the front of the building.
Was your sister hung at the same time? Got a question I'd like to ask.
Mother.
Okay.
What? Was her mother hung at the same time?
Oh, her mother. Okay.
Was your mother hung at at the same time? You could really do with the no question or no answer, couldn't we?
Do you
Not
think we ought to,
necessarily.
does the camera pick up yes and no, or do we have to say yes? That's
No, it's filming
No,
right
it's
now,
filming,
directly at
isn't
the
it?
table.
right.
Yeah.
Did you meet Matthew Hopkins himself? What was the name of Matthew Hopkins' assistant?
Oh,
John, wasn't
yeah, John's something C, wasn't it? Oh,
Johnson.
yeah.
Ask her if she liked him.
Did you like Matthew Hopkins? Think about this.
Try and keep your your head empty while you're asking these questions.
Nancy, did you like Matthew Hopkins?
Well, I was trying to get a no from her rather than all the yeses.
I see.
That was the idea behind it. But she doesn't want to answer a question.
Is your sister with us tonight? Let's get right in now.
I think she's not sure on that one.
Do you think she thinks we're playing games with her?
Well, she knows.
That we know? Or she said before? Is your sister in this room? Can you take the glass to the person who is your sister?
Who was your sister?
Who was your sister, Nancy? Was it me, Nancy? Did we die together?
Do you have a connection, Nancy, with anyone else in this room? So, is your only connection with Jenny? Okay. Did you ever go to Mistley, Nancy?
I don't feel quite sick at the moment. I feel like she's, energy's here.
Yeah.
I can feel it in the glass, oddly enough. Moments before you said that, I think that's a bit odd. That glass feels
Yeah, I feel nauseous.
Energised.
Just,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my whole arm is vibrating
It's
at the moment.
warm in here.
Mm.
I feel warm.
The heat picks up,
Mm.
doesn't it?
Have you got any questions, Lorna?
Can't think of any at the moment.
Dean?
Well, unfortunately, I haven't got numbers here. I was going to ask how old was she when she was hung.
Yeah.
Mm.
Was you in your 30s when you were hung? That's a good guess.
Yeah.
I've got splitting headache then.
Wow.
Did you?
Nancy, were you younger than
Sorry.
35?
Right.
Because I feel she's there as well.
Okay.
Sorry, Justin.
So she says she's younger than 35.
Was your sister younger than you? Was she 20 and under? It's wicked, isn't it? Were you a healer, Nancy? Blessed be. Dale, you got any questions?
Nancy, your sister who was hung with you, was she hung as a witch or just hung because she knew you and your mother?
We need a yes/no answer.
So wasn't it, was your sister classed as a witch also?
Nancy, was that because she was related to you? Or
I think it's because of their mother.
was it because of your mother, Nancy?
Were we hated in the village?
Did you ever cause anyone any harm?
Did you have a pet, Nancy?
An animal that was close to you?
Like a cat? No.
Did you have any marks upon your body? Did one of your neighbours fall ill? You're feeling something particularly in the top of my head now.
I think we're probably getting towards the end of the...
Were you only a healer? Is that you banging on the table there?
Sorry, yeah, that's my elbow.
Were you only ever a healer?
Nancy, are you aware of the other entity that is around? Was she around when you lived here?
Definite answer
That's
there.
a positive
Yeah.
answer there, isn't it?
Okay. So she has been around for a very long time, is that right?
Is it a female?
Certainly positive.
Can't get the name, can you?
No,
It's
we'll try
possible to get
that.
the name.
Try it, see
Yeah,
if she can
okay.
go.
Nancy, if you recognise the letters around the outside, can you show us the first letter of her name? I.
Would you know the second letter?
Okay. Yes.
Could you show us that second letter?
Can you show us the second letter of her name? That's
Just
the
the
same. Is her name Iris?
Try Ivy.
Is her name Ivy?
Good shot.
Because I get it in my head. That's why I think to ask it.
Okay.
Is
In my
she
head.
is she connected to the trees? Is she also connected to water?
I feel sick again.
Okay.
Ask if Ivy's here.
Is Ivy here with us as well now?
Ask if we can speak to Ivy.
Is it possible for us to speak to Ivy, Nancy? Just for a couple of questions? Okay. Ivy, would you like to come forward? What temperature change?
Cool down.
Calm
Yeah.
down a bit.
Ivy, have you lived in this place for a long time? Are you able to show us a yes or no answer? I understand it's hard for you to move the glass. Are you able to show us a yes or no answer? So have you lived here for a long while? Don't think she can.
No, I get the feeling she's not a very nice spirit for some reason.
She's very naughty.
Mm.
You're very naughty, aren't you, Ivy? Very mischievous. Do you like hiding things?
That's me. Was she actually alive, or was she an elemental?
I don't know.
Did you?
Were you mischievous in life? Oh, she's not then.
So you lived on the earth plane? Were you an old lady?
Do you sometimes speak to us?
She wants to go. She doesn't.
Do you want to go, Ivy?
She might think to leave the house. Yeah, she does.
Goodbye, Ivy.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Ivy.
Shall I break?
Yeah, should I have a break?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Nancy, we're going to have a little break now. Thank you for talking to us. Goodbye for now.
Goodbye, Nancy. See you shortly.
Okay. Nancy, are you still with us? Are you in this room with us? Is your presence here? Are you near to Jenny? If Jenny holds out her hand, are you able to press your hand in hers? Would you like to hold out your hand, Jenny? See if you can feel anything. Are you able to put your hand in Jenny's hand now?
Ask her, Jenny.
Nancy, can you press your hand on top of mine, please? Can you do it now, please, so I can feel you? Try as hard as you can, Nancy. We're all giving you our energy. Take our energy to help you. My hand's feeling, my nose tingling. My fingertips are. And it's warm as well.
Have you been able to do that, Nancy?
Nancy, could you try blowing on the candle, make the candle flame move?
That
moved.
Can you really make that candle flame move?
Do it again.
Nancy, could you actually say your name? Nancy, is there a man here with us tonight? Is there more than two of you here tonight? Look around, is there more than two of you? Nancy, has Ivy gone now?
Can you touch any one of us in this room? Can you try to touch one of us? Doesn't matter which one.
So Nancy, have you enjoyed being with us tonight?
Nancy, could you knock on the table? Just knock on the table so we can all hear it. Are you unwilling to do that for us?
Bless her. She's very obliging, isn't
She doesn't want to.
Doesn't want
It
to.
takes a lot of energy, I would have thought.
she? You said she'd do it. Didn't
I
you?
said no, I said are you unwilling to do it?
Who was that who just knocked?
Just move my foot. I said are you unwilling to do it?
Yeah, she said yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
She
she
doesn't want
would.
to do it.
Can you knock for us, Nancy? Knock on the table. For your sister, can you knock for your sister?
Do you have any brothers?
Can you try and knock for your sister then, Nancy? We'll give you a little bit of time. We'll give you all our energy. Are you going to knock for us?
She's getting frustrated.
Because she wants to. She's wanting it.
Can't do it.
Can't you do it, Nancy? Is it hard for you? That's okay, Nancy. We know you've tried. Thank you very much.
Do you want to try and blow the candle again towards where your sister is sitting?
I heard a male voice out the door. Very quick.
Did you want to leave us now, Nancy? I think she's tired.
Okay.
We could let's just break for a second and talk about it.
Okay, Nancy, we're going to have a break for a few
Okay,
minutes.
goodbye, Nancy.
Bye.
She's tired, I think. We could look into that male voice that Dean said he heard, because I remember when we first did it, we did get a male entity in this house, didn't we?
But she doesn't like
It's in the
them.
hall, just outside
Yeah.
the door.
She doesn't like coming.
No, well, for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
But we did get him, didn't we, briefly? That there was a man and he lived actually lived in the house.
Yes.
We
We could
disagreement.
try and see if he'll talk to us, couldn't we?
Yeah.
If there's a male
Well, yeah.
male
yeah.
spirit here that will, you know.
Have we finished with the candle for now, or do we want to
No, I
leave
think
that?
it's a good little pop, unless she's bothering you.
No, it's not bothering me.
I've got the fire extinguisher down in it. It starts.
And the blanket.
We are restricted to what we can ask Nancy because she's.
I mean, we could invest in proper.
Should we try and contact this male energy?
Yep, okay,
Yeah,
let's have a
okay.
go, shall we?
Or a relative, if not.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, sorry, Dean.
Okay. Is there a gentleman in spirit who wishes to come forward and communicate with us? That's you, isn't it, Nancy? That is definitely you, and you don't like males, do you?
Maybe we should leave the room.
We'll just talk about getting in the way of that camera.
Look, Nancy, we've really enjoyed speaking to you, but we would like if you could just step back for a few minutes. You can come back again later, but we would like to see whether we can contact this male energy that's around. Will you let us do that, please? Thank you, Nancy.
That was Darren, said you.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
me. Sorry.
Goodbye then, Nancy.
Goodbye, Nancy. Speak to you soon.
Speak to you soon.
Okay. Would the male energy like to come in close to communicate with us? Indicate with a yes. Okay.
Sick.
Did you live in this house? Are you connected to this house somehow?
Do you feel a draft?
Yeah.
You just waft across the table.
Are you connected to this house somehow? Or is it the place that you're connected to?
I think it's a person. I'll ask them if they're connected to one of us.
Are you connected to one of us around this table? Okay. Would you like to move the glass towards the person you feel connected to?
That'll be me then.
Okay. Is this Justin here with us tonight? Yes or no? No, so it's not Justin. Okay.
I think it's Grandad.
So is that Philip with us tonight?
It's Dad's one.
Okay. My father.
Hello, Grandad.
Have you been trying to get a word in edgeways? Okay.
I just wonder if he was the voice I heard earlier.
Ask him.
Are you the voice that Dean heard earlier?
That's pretty definite.
Yeah.
What did the voice say then?
I can't remember. I don't remember. It's just like a male voice that was just out in the hallway there.
Maybe you should put that REM pod. Shall I put that REM pod by the door?
Ask him if he can affect the ramp. I'll just walk near it and the light will
Just go
flash.
by the stairs.
Just by the stairs.
Can you walk down the room and go down those little steps? Can you do that?
Can you do it now, please, Philip? Hello, Philip.
He's quite strong. He's
Yeah.
definite, isn't he?
Yes.
Got strong energy. We'll wait here while you walk down the steps then, please. Thank you.
Yes.
Have you done it?
Thank
Set
you.
one then. Thanks for that anyway.
I think he's trying.
That's
That's
it
why
goes a bit
glass
quiet,
is
doesn't it?
Hmm. Are you fully in this dimension?
Yes.
Is that why it's difficult to affect things? Is that why it's difficult to knock on the table, because you're not fully in this dimension? Okay, we understand.
Can you give us any other kind of physical sign, noise or anything to indicate that you're here?
Could you touch one of us?
Did you hear that then? Unless that was you. Oh, wait.
Might be Justin.
Might have been me, yeah.
Oh, I thought
Breathing in.
felt it.
I think it was.
I certainly felt a cold breeze go
Yeah, I can feel a cool breeze coming across this way
What was the no for?
because you can't touch anyone. Can't do it.
Philip, are there any other male entities with us this evening?
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I think it's just that always starts cracking when you start doing stuff.
Yeah.
Are there any other male spirits here this evening?
No.
Okay, Philip, is it time to say goodbye?
Heard it. From over there.
I thought I saw something over there floating about. So it's like in my peripheral.
Yeah,
That's where you mostly see things.
It makes me look because suddenly I'll be like, I thought I saw something, but there's nothing there. So it could be. Do that a lot.
Okay.
We heard it again.
So are you done for the night, Philip? Yes.
Goodbye.
Goodbye,
Hi,
Philip.
Elliot.
Good night.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Oh dear.
It does strain you.
I'll let you take the lead, Jenny, on this one.
Well, Dean should really, shouldn't he? It's your spirit guide. Let's just say it's my spirit guide.
Is my spirit guide with me this evening? Is my spirit guide with me this evening? Do you have a name? Could you tell me the very first letter of your name? H. What if it's Holly?
I thought Hannah.
Could you spell out your name, please?
Could you spell out your name, please?
Could you give the second letter
Very
of your
good.
name?
It must take a lot of energy to fill out.
Yeah.
Could you tell me the second letter of your name?
You might be right.
It's not that, that'd be an A, wouldn't it? It's an O. H-O.
Because you said Holly, didn't you?
Third letter.
Yeah. That's the name of my daughter.
That's why I don't
nowadays.
like saying anything, because I think
It doesn't matter whether you say it or not.
I know they can read that you say, but
Would I-
Yeah, because they speak to you telepathically.
yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Could you tell me the third letter of your name? Is that possible? Yeah.
It can't be the one. It can't be your daughter.
No.
It might be.
Really?
Is your name Holly? So
How do you, what's the last letter of your name?
Do you know what the last letter of your name is? No.
Confused.
What is the final letter of your name?
So where did we get to?
What's
H-L.
H-L? Then I asked Holly.
Right, don't say any more about how it's spelled. Could you give the fourth letter of your name, please?
Yeah, they want to spell it out.
Right, could you give the fifth letter, please, of your name? Right, okay. Could you give the sixth letter of your name?
I think there are 2 bits of paper in the way. Well, that bit of paper there. Yeah, same name as my daughter. Did you have influence over the naming of my daughter? Interesting. Wait till I tell Holly that.
Does Dean have other spirit guides apart from yourself? Would we be able to speak to one now?
There's something there, but it's very weak.
Is Holly stronger than you?
I think it takes a little while as well to get
Because they
the
have to
energy
learn
pumped up.
to move the grass and so on.
Is there someone preventing you from answering?
I think they're just going away now.
So there is another spirit guide of Dean's here. Thank you. Can you give us your name, please?
Is it the same one?
And your second letter? I keep seeing shadow behind you, Justin. Is your name Holly? Thank you, Holly.
Holly, would you be kind enough to let my other guide through, please? Could you do that?
I'm going to lose the glass in a minute.
Oh, she's gone.
So goodbye.
Yeah.
Right,
We did
okay.
it last time. Though. Would you come
I'm
back?
talking to my other spirit guide. Could you come and talk to us, please? Thank you very much.
Are you a male? Okay.
Could you tell me the first letter of your name if you have one, please? No, I've only got one spirit guide. Mind.
Being sick now.
Alec. Is the name Alec? Alec.
Be an angelic name, they're all a bit weird.
Is that spelt phonetically? Get complicated now.
Does the name have a fifth letter that you could reveal? Is there just 4 letters in that name, or is there another letter? Just 4 letters. Awick.
Ask if they ever lived on the earth plane.
Has Awick ever lived on the earth plane?
Oh, did you hear that?
I heard that.
That was so loud.
I heard it. Yeah.
Is that a whisper?
That was so
it sounded
loud.
like a yes
Oh,
from
it's
there.
creeped me out.
Yeah, I heard
Over
that.
there.
You heard it too. That's really.
That was so loud.
That was a male whispered voice. Did you hear that as a male voice?
Yeah.
We definitely
That
got
wasn't
someone in here with
whispered.
us. Thank you for that. Yeah, I heard that with you, Jen. Concur with that. Holly.
Oh, that's creepy.
Yeah. Holly, were you ever on the earth plane? No.
What about Awick?
Was Awick, if that is how you say the name, was Awick on the earth plane at all? No.
So are you higher vibration entities?
Are you of a higher vibration?
As much
Do
as
you understand what I'm saying?
Okay, what are we going to ask now?
Message? Has they got a message for you?
Excitement.
Have you got a message for me at all, Holly? How will she tell me the message?
Spell it out.
If this is not asking you too much, Holly, could you spell out the message for me, please? J W
That's my initials.
I W J-Wick.
Oh, she's feeling in
The
J-Wick.
same joke, that's
Because
what
you
you just
said
said.
that.
As soon as they said J, I thought I was going to say J-Wick.
Do I get my sense of humour from you, Holly?
Love that.
It's nice, it's not all serious in the spirit world.
It raised the vibrations.
Yeah, you
it's
get
good.
better.
Yeah. Very good. That's the message. Thank you, Holly. Appreciate that. J-Wick is the message.
The
You
meaning
think you
purpose
end
of
up-
life.
You think you end up living in J-Wick?
Don't say that. No, that means so.
No.
I don't think it's going that way. They can't tell the future. Can you tell the future, Holly?
Yes, they can. Because they hold
No,
the
Well, I'm not
don't
going to ask
ask.
any
hold
further.
the blueprint of your life, your
Right,
angels.
well, I'm not going to ask anything else, and I'd rather not know.
It's getting late, but do we want to just see if there's an interdimensional
Yeah.
being
okay.
around?
Do you mean we're talking aliens now?
Well, there's
One of the
spirits. It's one of the same. There's spirits of some sort.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
creatures in another dimension that fade in and out of our dimension. We could think of them as aliens, or we could think of them as high dimensional spirits. You
The
know,
term
it's-
alien is used for anything that doesn't belong
Yeah,
where you are.
that's
So
right. Yeah, it can
you
cover
could think of
anything,
little
doesn't it?
green men, but they could be light beings. It could be, you know, any kind of thing.
Yeah.
Even
yeah.
unicorns and horses and things like that apparently come from other dimensions. So
okay, let's give it a go, shall
could
we?
be anything.
That's something I haven't thought about. Well, not like that, unicorns, but yeah.
Well, it's because I'm reading a book about Atlantis, and they talk about it in there, and they say that they used to be here and help people as guides.
All
But
right.
as the vibrations dropped,
Yeah.
they've gone away.
Okay.
But they're coming back,
Come back.
apparently, for the golden age.
It was setting off across there.
Okay.
Right.
Oh, well, just you on your own. Oh, actually, we were talking about that. We could try the 5,
Yeah.
4, 3, 2, 1.
It's a flea jet.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Didn't work
Well,
with the ocean.
what Dean was saying in the kitchen, Dean was saying, why don't we see how many people we need? So we start off with 5, and then 1 takes a hand away, and we see how we get on with 4, and then 3, and then 2.
Perhaps we'll do that
Then we
another
find the
time.
culprit, yeah.
And see
Yeah.
who's pushing the glass around.
Come on, let's see if there's an interdimensional being.
Okay, do we have to sort of empty our minds, that sort of thing again?
Yeah, what you need to do
ourselves
is
spiritually
relax and then
somewhere.
Just
expand your
relax and
consciousness
expand.
as
Yeah.
wide as you
Invite them
possibly
in.
can.
Okay,
Is
but
there
not so you
someone
get
in
possessed or anything like that.
No, you're just
No, dog
expanding.
protection, we're not allowing that.
Okay. Right, I'm just going to clean my mind and just go along for the ride.
Are there any interdimensional beings around that wish to communicate with us this evening?
I hope you don't mind me asking you this, but how would you expect them to understand English, say?
So communicate by telepathy, and that's a
So you could be
universal
in a-
language.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like mathematics, I suppose,
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry,
No.
I just had to ask that question, sorry.
So is there anyone from a higher dimension that wishes to communicate with us
They're
tonight?
trying.
Do you hear whispers? No.
No. I haven't, no. There's a clock ticking.
Who's that just touched my fingers at you, Dean?
Yeah.
Are there any spirits here in this room that wish to talk to us? Oh, fair enough. Is Nancy there?
Have you had enough of us tonight?
Do you grow tired of this?
I still think there's someone trying to come through. We've got to
Yes.
give them a chance.
Is there someone trying to come through for us tonight?
It's hard for them.
Do you speak, Lorna?
Have we got a spirit guide for somebody in the room with us? Can you move the glass to next to the person that you're here for, please? I'm afraid Ollie. It's
No,
a
Holly.
dean.
Holly, could you clear the airwaves and let someone through, please?
Is that Holly, is it? Yeah.
Holly, you're wonderful, and I appreciate everything you do for me. But could you make way for somebody else to talk to us, please? Greatest respect, by the way. Could you let someone through? Thank you very much.
Thank you. Have you got anybody else waiting to speak to us tonight in circle?
Do you think we need to turn the glass
I think women tend to be the dominant spirit
Yeah.
to
here tonight, don't
reboot
they?
it?
Shall we turn the glass and reboot it?
Yeah.
Give it a minute.
Getting really hot outside. Flipping heck.
Okay.
That feels warm in the middle there.
Is there a guardian angel here for any one person in the group tonight? Would that guardian angel, if there is one, like to come forward and work with us this evening? Thank you. Would you like to indicate with the glass who you're here for this evening?
Oh.
Thank you.
Maybe best let Dale ask questions.
Right. Could you give me your name, please?
It's only got dark.
Yeah, it went darker then, didn't it?
Yeah. M. or a W?
V.
V. Oh God, in there. Yep.
I.
I. U.
MVIU.
Ask them if they've lived on the earth, Dale.
Have you lived on the earth plane? What have we got so far?
MVIU. What if that? So how long have they been with you? Since birth or after? Do you think?
Have you been with me since birth?
Okay.
Have you finished spelling your name?
You can't.
I'd just say the name and pronounce it MV, wouldn't you? MV.
Do you come from a different? Well, obviously, it comes from a different dimension.
Could be a silent M.
Are you known on the earth by any other name? Is it possible for you to spell that earthly name? Could you give us the first letter of your earthly name?
L.
Can you give us the second letter of your earthly name?
I.
Thank you. Can you give us the next letter of your earthly name?
M.
Can you give us the next letter of your earthly name?
U.
Can you give us the next letter of your earthly name?
LIMUH.
Lima.
Is there another letter?
Is that a U or a V?
You.
Pull this one round.
Well, it's not English, put it that way.
K.
It didn't say it came from the earth.
It sounds Egyptian.
It says he's never lived on the earth.
No, so they're known by another name on the earth. So that's their earth. That's what people on earth would know them as. That's what we
Yeah,
are.
that's
That's a name to look up then, isn't it?
So Limuhuk.
That sounds
Yes.
very Egyptian.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what I was
doesn't it?
thinking.
Is that an Egyptian name?
See if there is such a person as Limuhuk on the internet.
That'd be interesting. That sounds very, very close to it anyway. See, if you've never been of the Earth plane,
Just have never had a physical
so
life
yeah,
here.
are you an Egyptian god of some kind?
Yes. You like your Egyptology, don't you?
Yeah, I'm fond of that.
Were you in Atlantis before you were an Egyptian god? Doesn't understand that.
Do you really think there was a place called Atlantis then?
Yeah.
Well, I think it's possible. The legends are that when Atlantis fell, there was some connection with Troy as well.
Yeah, well, I'm reading a book on it, which I do struggle a bit when people have written a book because they're channeling through spirit, but that's basically what this book is. And so far, I've managed to find out from this book that Atlantis was a series of like social experiments, for want of a better word, where they tried different things that didn't work, tried something else for people to have a physical experience on the earth. And then each time they did it, everything was lovely, and then slowly greed and different things like that would come in and cause problems. So they'd go, right, scrap that, or do the next thing. So I haven't got very far into the book, but it's really interesting.
Okay.
But they were supposed to have come to the British Isles, because the British Isles is known as the Mystic Isles, and they were supposed to have found their way to the
I'll
British
see what
Isles.
comes as I get further into it. I'm only on chapter 3, so
Yeah.
we'll see.
I think you'll find they came to Britain and Ireland at
Yeah.
the same time, actually, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Alright.
Have you got anything else to say to us? Thank you. To the person whose voice we heard earlier between Dale and Justin, are you still here? Can you tell us who you are?
Could you say to us who you are? Use your voice. If you did use your voice, could you say it a bit loudly, please? Could you spell out the first letter of your name? P. H. I.
Oh, do you know what? I thought it was him.
Was that... Sorry, Philip, was that you that we heard your voice?
He has a very distinct voice.
Thank you, Philip.
Very,
It
very,
was
very
very
distinct.
loud.
Very nice to listen to. And
Yeah.
tell stories.
Got a
and stuff.
lovely voice for Philip.
Could you try and blow the candle for us, Philip?
Can you make it brighter?
So I don't know, it went a bit darker earlier, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Considering that didn't move, I
It's
thought it had
quite
gone out.
noticeable.
I thought it was going out, that's why I looked at it and it was
And
the
it just
same.
went,
The same.
didn't it?
Yeah. Bizarre.
It'll be interesting to look back and see what we was talking about at that time when it went dark. Nancy, do you think you could give us a knock on the floor or on the table? Go ahead, Ryan.
No, just notice you going. We do that for?
Do what?
Just notice you do. I don't know what that was for. Right. Excuse me. Maybe that could open up a channel to speak to high beings.
You are supposed to use tones.
Are you?
Yeah.
I just think I'm going to go hidey hi.
Hello, campus.
Bing, bing, bing.
Do
Are
we
we done?
think we're all done for
I
tonight?
think so.
Have you finished now, Nancy?
Nancy's never finished.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Thank you,
Bye.
Nancy.
Bye,
Thank
Nancy.
you.
See?
Bye.
Oh, thank you, everyone.
Oh, look at that name up.